All right. So SmackDown has currently wrapped up, and to be frank, not a lot really happened here tonight on this episode of SmackDown. If I could sum it up to you in a couple words, it would be: will Kevin Owens turn on Cody Rhodes? Can they coexist? Can these two big stars coexist together in their eventual down the line matchup for the undisputed championship? So we got a lot of that played into here tonight between Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens. We got an opening segment here tonight with Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, and I forgot these two guys were even on the SmackDown roster, man. You know, that seems like these guys were kind of in heavy rotation for a little bit and then got kind of phased out. But here they were. They were in Washington, D.C. here tonight. Big crowd. The arena looked packed, looked great on television. But we had these two guys come out. They were doing the Waller effect, and Cody Rhodes was their special guest here tonight. And they showed a clip of Kevin Owens throughout his history within the WWE, turning on various amounts of people, turning on people like Sami Zayn, Kofi Kingston. Who else was there? Chris Jericho was on here on SmackDown here tonight. Can't remember who else they showed, but they're kind of just trying to stir up Cody, tell him like, hey man, can you really trust this guy? Can you really trust Kevin Owens? He's your best friend or whatever. He's one of your best friends. Can you really trust him? And then Cody kind of spits back at both of them, especially Waller. Says like, hey man, you've been using Theory, and we're all just kind of aware of that, except Theory. They're really, I don't know where they're going with this Theory, man. I don't know where they're going with the whole Theory Waller stuff, because it seems like they start it, then they forget about it, then they go back to it. I don't know. So then Kevin Owens comes out, defends himself, and he says, everybody in that video package deserved it. They deserved what they got, except for Kofi. Kofi's a great person, great guy. He apologized to Kofi. And then he comes out and then just says like, we all know what's going to happen right now. Me and Cody are going to take you guys on. And then Nick Aldis is going to come out here and make this match official for later on tonight in the main event. So he said, can we just skip that and get Nick Aldis out here and make this match official, and get over it? And sure enough, Nick Aldis comes out, makes this match official. Kevin says, can I still run in here and, beat him up for a little bit? Aldis says, sure, make it quick though. So we get this match official for later on tonight, the main event. We also got a pretty good match between LA Knight and Santos Escobar. LA Knight is over as hell, enough said. We got a pretty good little match. LA Knight got attacked before the match, but yeah, this was a run-of-the-mill match, nothing really to write home about. But LA Knight's still the United States champion. This led to him later on in the night issuing an open challenge at Bash in Berlin to whoever wants to take the United States title from him. So we'll have to see who's gonna answer that. Off the top of my head, I can't really even think who. I've heard people say Ilya Dragunov. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see as time goes on. We also had Carmelo Hayes. He was in a barbershop. He was talking smack about Andrade. Andrade, I found this super hilarious, man. Andrade just burst into the freaking barbershop. No locks, nothing. He just burst into it. And I just found that like super comical. I said, it's freaking hilarious that just out of nowhere this guy just burst into the barbershop without a care in the world. And throughout the night tonight, man, I was like, man, where's the Andrade Carmelo Hayes match that we typically get, like, every week on SmackDown or whatever? Because those two guys are really killing it in the mid-card scene. Those two guys are fighting out essentially what is going to be a best of 7 series, and they made it official next week in Germany, in Berlin. The SmackDown before Bash in Berlin, they're gonna have their next match, and I'm all for that, man. These two guys could tear their house down, put on barn burners, so I'm here for that, man. Then we get Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa right now is feeling super confident over the fact that he took out Roman Reigns last week, that he took care of the OTC problem. He comes out, he declares that Washington acknowledged him as the tribal chief. He came out here tonight with all members of the new bloodline, including Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and the infamous Bachaloa. Tongaloa was back, man. He made his big time return here. But Solo declared that he had 3 things on his agenda. He said Roman Reigns was not here tonight, obviously due to the fact that he got taken out last week. And also Roman Reigns isn't being advertised until I think past September 13th. So we'll see when he comes back. Well, he probably come back, I think, when SmackDown goes to USA, to the USA network. Get some big movement, big traction there. Solo also says that he wants whoever wins between Cody and Kevin at Bash in Berlin. He wants the WWE title. He wants to bring it back to his family. And me, internally, I just groaned. I said, I don't want Solo near the title anytime soon. I said we've had enough of that. We've had enough of Solo in the main title picture. Let's get rid of that. But he also looked at Jacob Fatu. He said, Jacob Fatu, step up. Jacob Fatu had the tag team titles, one of the tag team titles around his neck. And Solo declared to Jacob, he said, Jacob, I'm gonna need you to hand over your tag team title. Jacob does it. Solo says, I'm gonna need you, better yet, to hand it over to Tongaloa. And Jacob looks kind of resistant a little bit, I guess. But regardless, he hands it over to Tongaloa. Solo Sikoa embraces with Jacob Fatu. And one thing I love about Jacob Fatu is how he just reacts to Solo. He loudly just proclaims, I love you, Solo. I love you. You're my tribal chief. I love you. Like, yo, I was dying when Jacob Fatu just went into his, they say, blind leadership of Solo Sikoa. And then we got a tag team match here between the Street Profits, the Bloodline. Bloodline retains. Many people expecting Jimmy Uso. I say Jimmy Uso is not going to come back, at least probably until 2026 at this point, because that man is on vacay. And then we got the main event later on tonight between Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens against Waller and Theory. Standard match, standard television main event match. Once Kevin and Cody pick up the W, there's a little spot, little angle at the end where it looks like, Kevin has a title, right? He's kind of holding it dear to him, and as he's looking at Cody, it kind of looks like he's about to clock Cody, square in the head with the title, and he does like this aggressive just handing of the title to Cody, like he just gives it to him, but at the same time he's taunting Theory and Waller, who are at the ringside ramp. And everybody just sort of figured, this was a moment. This was the time that Kevin is going to turn on Cody, but probably not until we go off the show. Now, do I think Kevin will turn on Cody? I probably wouldn't think so. I think we'll get an aggressive side of Kevin, but I still kind of proclaim that this whole Kevin-Cody dynamic thing that they're setting up right now is more really to piss off Randy Orton in the long run, because Randy Orton is going to come back from Bash in Berlin after losing to Gunther, and he's going to be pissed that Cody gave the title shot to Kevin Owens but not Randy Orton. Randy Orton has helped Cody as well, and I feel like Randy is going to use that as sort of ammunition, for their eventual feud. But overall, man, decent show for SmackDown. Not super thrilling here tonight, but Bash in Berlin is within a week away, so we'll see what happens next week, man, when we're in Berlin, Germany for Bash in Berlin. But other than that, man, I am out. Have a good one, and I'll see y'all later.